Hey guys, Luke here, and welcome back to episode 28 of my French Road to Glory. This episode just shows that we're getting very, very close to the end, and you can see right here, just going through my transfer list, and I think by the end of this episode, we're going to have enough for Ribery. Even within the first minute, we should have enough for Ribery. But you can see, we're just selling this dude from Monaco. I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but it's Chedgley. We'll just buy him for 300 and selling him for roughly around, 4,000, 5,000 every time. Just lifting out overnight, and I suppose there wasn't too many of the market, and he's a Nigerian, and I think there's only really two Nigerian left backs. Taiwo's the other one, and I know people just seem to want to buy him for whatever reason, maybe because he's played for Monaco. Also at the time Monaco had just beaten Arsenal, so maybe he was just in demand. Also another player, you can see here we got two Rabiot, I think that's pronunciation, for PSG. He just had an inform that went out, and I don't know if I talked about this in the last episode, but I was buying him for about 110k and selling him for about 140, 145. So that was pretty good for us. It's probably the most profit that I was getting at the time, and they were going very quickly as well. So I was pretty happy with how things were going with the trading. I'm not going to say I'm some trading expert, but you can see here getting up to 400,000, still with a fair few players to sell. You can see all the players we have listed. I was just putting open bids, looking for them. Also looking for the Rabiots. You can see here, looking at another one. He was going for about 100,000 on open bid, so that's where I was getting them. I think even a few buy it nows for 110, that sort of stuff. I was looking at them. I think that's where I got the final ones. But I think that's pretty much going to be the end of the trading sort of side of it. Once we sell a few of those players, we're going to have enough. I think next episode will be 100% confirmed. We will be able to get Ribery. But for right now, we're just going to move into actually playing some Division 1 games. And thus far, we've sort of been cruising through. Haven't been challenged too much. I mean, they've been close games, but I don't think I've ever been in contention to actually lose a game or anything. I don't think, from memory, I've been behind or anything. You see there, we score a really, really easy goal there through Cabela. It was actually just stupidly easy. Moving on to just before halftime, this dude had a shot, ended up hitting the crossbar. Lloris had it covered, I think, had it been on target, but obviously it wasn't, hit the post. But yeah, this is going to be our opportunity here. If we get 2-0 up, I'm pretty confident that it's going to stay that way. We're not going to lose. We're going to play it back to Cabela here. Had a few choices there. Could have maybe tried to pass, but we didn't. We took a shot, and it was a great save by the keeper. But the follow-up one was what was more the highlight. Although the play initially was great, I think it was Remy or whoever it was, Lacazette. Someone came in and should have been able to just finish it, but they didn't. They sort of just scooped it straight to the keeper. But it didn't matter in the end. A 1-0 win. You saw we had the most highlights anyway, so we were the better side, and we ended up picking up the victory, which is the main thing. And we're another step closer to Division 1 title, which is the ultimate goal of this series. Also to, have the best team for France, but we've nearly got half of it. Well, we've nearly got all of it completed, and hopefully by this series we'll have all of it done. Moving on to this game against a Bundesliga side, he did have Miranda in there. Now, I'm not sure if he's got him in there because he's a real good player in FIFA. I can't comment on that, but obviously we know he died in real life, and he's worth a little bit on here. So some people who have all the coins in the world just go for them players rather than going for the best players. But we'll get off that. It's a little bit of a touchy issue there. So far, it's been a pretty even game for the most part. No one's real standout, but Remy Cabela here is going to go through, and he should finish it, but he doesn't finish it. Super disappointing. But at the same time, Cabela's been coming up with the goods for the other game, so I can't be too hard on him. He's going to play through Aubameyang, who's going to go and score, but he was offside. And I just thought I'd show that because, I don't know, there wasn't too many highlights in this game. But 84th minute, we have Lacazette, can't get ahead to it originally, but he's going to find his foot and he's going to end up scoring, and that's going to be the game winner for us. Well, at least what I thought anyways. So moving on to the 90th minute, have Royce on the ball here, and obviously we know Royce is a great player, has a lot of pace, but I never really had too much of an issue with him. But just right then, all of a sudden, turned into like a Ronaldo sort of run where they just run around everybody. Thankfully, Lloris saved us there, and that's where we end up winning. And you see what I did there? I sort of gave the illusion that we we're going to end up conceding, but we didn't really. I knew what was going to happen. But 16 points are on. No losses. We had 5 wins, 1 draw. I think we need about 23 points, so well on our way. We just need to keep winning, and everything will come. Now, there is going to be a few little disappointments here, but we'll get into that later. But you can see this side. It's one of the best sides I've seen. He's had Team of the Year, Luis. And this was all before the price locks as well, so I'm not sure how much this dude spent on the side, but it seems to be a lot. Benzema goes through and he takes a shot. It's a pretty good save. Not too many chances the first half, but that's all there's actually going to be. First half, you saw we nearly scored there from the header. I don't know if this dude got freaked out or whatever, because I was sort of dominating possession-wise and all that sort of stuff. But he ended up quitting just before halftime mark, just after we nearly scored that goal, and it sort of sent us on a spree of people just disconnecting very early on, which is so frustrating because I thought for Division 1 I'd end up just like putting fitness cards on, all that sort of stuff, not screw around with my team lineup, go with a set lineup, and it was just very annoying because I'd get into games and then they would just quit. And I think there was 3 of them, including that very first one that I showed. I think there was just 2 that I showed where they'd already quit. But moving on to an actual game, it's going to be the last game of the episode. Dude had actually a pretty nice team himself. I think he had Inform Benzema, a few players. I didn't quite catch what his actual side was, but once again, it was it was a very nice side. We're going to stuff around here, take some fake shots and that sort of stuff, and we're going to end up scoring. Now that was super early on, nearly from the kickoff. I think he didn't have the ball, at least from the kickoff. But for whatever reason, he's going to run it with Casillas here, and it falls to Cabela after a very nice slide tackle, and he's going to put it wide to an open goal. So a little bit frustrating there. It's one of those ones where I'm like, I'm in Division 1, need to take my opportunities, especially being so close. I don't want to get like 1 point off the Division 1 title and then have to go again. I just want to get it done. But Benzema here, what a finish that was. Now, I'm not very high on Benzema, to be totally honest with you. I do find Lacazette and that to be a bit better, Remy, but at the same time, like, you come up with the goods right then. That was such a good finish, and I'm not sure Lacazette or Remy would have finished that one, but what a goal it was. Moving on to 60th minute here, Griezmann's just going to fake shot. I'm just going to belt it near post, and I think those sort of ones I usually try and like finesse shot it around the keeper, whatever, but for whatever reason I just decided to belt it near post, and it went in, as it always seems to do near post. We pick up another win, another 500 coins. Now the coins isn't really too big of a problem as we're trading, but you see we're very, very close. We should be able to claim the Division 1 title next episode, barring a disastrous episode of a string of losses or something. But that's where the video is going to end. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you can leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you want to follow me on Twitter at MrLukeNYT, and if you can share it with your friends, it'd be very much appreciated. But I'll see you for the next episode, guys. Bye.